So I was first diagnosed in 2019, probably between January and March. And that moment for me it wasn't too harsh because it was already somewhat expected, because my grandma and my uncle, they actually already have celiac disease, so I was exposed to it from a young age. My name's Lyndon and I have celiac. So after I was diagnosed with celiac, that's when I started to grow more. I started to get a bit stronger because I was quite weak as a kid. I actually used to look like a ghost, where I was so pale that people would sometimes think I was quite sick, but in reality we now know that it was just celiac disease. So celiac is where whenever my body ingests gluten, it believes that the gluten itself is a material that they need to fight off. They treat it as like an infection. So they basically, my body, my blood cells attack the gluten, which actually just damages my insides. It could cause to things like cancer if I continued eating gluten and things like that. Some of the common misconceptions is that it's kind of like people that are lactose intolerant. So they think that, oh, you can still have gluten, but you'll just get like the gluten shits, is what me and my friends call it. But it is actually, in my case, I get quite severe migraines where I can't really do anything really for solid 10 hours. The most frustrating thing is definitely how sensitive I am to it, because even if just 1 part per million of gluten gets into my system, that's when I can have a migraine, which a very, very small margin of error right there. Definitely switching to gluten-free alternatives was a bit of a downgrade, because things like bread or even cereal, because I was still in middle school at the time, I was definitely just surprised and kind of annoyed about some of the taste, just how it didn't taste the same as it tasted before. Like if I would have burgers, I would have the gluten-free buns with it, and I was just like, oh, it wasn't as good. When eating at restaurants, I usually go, there's some websites out there like the Find Me Celiac, where it shows restaurants that have positive reviews about gluten-free options, or restaurants that are just completely gluten-free in general. And you know, those options I really enjoy, because with the reviews it's able to show, oh, these places are safe to go, they have good customer service and everything. Surprisingly, there are quite a few things that some people wouldn't really expect to have gluten. Like lots of sauces actually have gluten because they use wheat to thicken the sauce. So like things like soy sauce, actually, that's one misconception where people think, oh, that should be gluten-free, but I always have to look for the ones that are certified gluten-free. I would definitely say it's one of the best times to get diagnosed with celiac, because there's a lot more restaurants or just food products in general. There's a lot more gluten-free options out there for people. There's a lot more research being done around it.